the Howard University Bison were picked to finish 8 out of 9 teams in the MEAC this season.
Now you see, it's no secret that these two teams just flat out don't like each other. And before today's game, the Cavaliers added fuel to that already burning fire. You see, it's common courtesy in the NBA to have the visiting team have access to the home team's weight room. But today, the Cavaliers sent 8 players to the Wizards' weight room, completely taking it over. And it obviously didn't sit well with Caron Butler and company, so you can expect the Wizards to come out with a little bit of added incentive this afternoon.
Some of the best basketball in the country right now is being played by 2 of our local teams in the CAA. George Mason and VCU are part of a 3-way tie for first place in the conference. And today, they take the court in Richmond for their only meeting of the regular season. When the 4th-ranked Georgetown University men's lacrosse team meets number 10 Navy on Saturday, it will be more than a matchup of 2 of the top teams in the country. We'll explain more coming up. Coming from a small school like Howard University, Jeff wasn't invited to the NFL Combine. But when you run a 40-yard dash in the 4.2s, that'll open up some eyes. Shaquille O'Neal will be playing in back-to-back games for the first time this season. Last night, the D's will put up 24-11 against Atlanta, so it will be interesting to see if Terry Porter limits his minutes tonight against the Wizards. Gravis Vasquez has a history of performing well against Duke. In 4 career games against the Crazies, he averages a shade under 18 points and 7 assists. Never one to bite his tongue. Before today's game, Vasquez made the quote to the Baltimore Examiner regarding Cameron Indoor Stadium. "That's my house. I love going in there. It's going to be fun." Oh, but it wasn't fun. Cameron Indoor Stadium has been the setting for many classic Maryland Duke battles. Not the story today. John Shire spots up and connects from long distance. 8-3, Duke up early on. Gravis Vasquez, no place like home, right? He didn't look comfortable there, missing the off-balance jumper. Then he gets a good open look from 3. It's not even close. Finished 2 for 10 with 4 points and 4 turnovers on the day. Yeah, it's going to be that type of day, Gary. Oh, but it will get worse. Kyle Singler from the corner. Duke ends the half on a 21-4 run. Second half, if you're a Maryland fan, shield your eyes. Vasquez turnover. This time, Gerald Henderson will score 2 of his 17 points. Duke wins it 85-44. So Cameron was a house of horrors for Mr. Vasquez today. 28 minutes logged, a season worst 20% from the field, boys and girls. 4 points, 1 assist, and 4 giveaways equals quiet time now for the Maryland junior. Before today's game, Ed Tapscott wrote the words redemption on the chalkboard. You see, back on Christmas night, the Wizards blew a late 4th quarter lead against the Cavs only to lose in the end. And the same thing almost happened this afternoon. Up 16 in the 4th quarter, the Cavs made a furious comeback and had the Wizards feeling a taste of deja vu.
Guys had a recent memory of Christmas Day when we were right there and didn't quite close the deal. I know they wanted to close the deal.
The game was tied when Antoine Jamison came up with a huge jump shot, but the Wizards still needed a stop against one of the best closers in basketball. With 2.3 seconds left, LeBron James gets called for a travel, what he calls a crab dribble, something he's done since high school.
I mean, it's a play that you don't see in this league much, but myself, it's one of those plays where you have your trademark play, and that's one of my plays. It kind of looks like a travel because it's slow, and it's kind of like high step, but it's a 1-2, just as fluent as any other 1-2 in this league.
Yeah, I definitely knew he traveled, but I didn't think they wasn't call it. Because 2 years ago, looking at hindsight, it was the same thing that happened in the playoffs, and we get that call. Who knows what would have happened with everybody healthy, but it was one of them situations in which a great player made a move, good officiation, and they called the call, and I was just like, oh man, there's a guy.
In talking with Antoine Jamison after the game, he said that this was easily the Wizards' biggest win of the season. We'll find out if they can build upon this win when Dwight Howard and the Magic come into town on Tuesday. With the Wizards, Brian Jackson, Comcast Sportsnet. The leather echo of boxing gloves resonates across culture and religion.
Boxing is a one-on-one sport. It's just like living. When the kids go out in the street, he's by himself. Well, it's the same thing with boxing. When the bell rings, you're by yourself.
The discipline and work ethic boxing breeds serves as a cornerstone for tolerance.
We're reaching out, hopefully, to not only impact the lives of the people in our community, also that the kids can get an education and see how much alike we all are.
Nice. Do it again.
The first annual Belfast Beltway Boxing Classic is uniting kids from Northern Ireland and Washington, D.C. for an exhibition bout.
I think it's the first time Muslims actually left the Belfast area, and they're so excited. I think it's better than Christmas for them, actually.
Far better than Christmas for us.
They'll be able to share camaraderie, see other people from other countries. It's just a wonderful thing for the sport.
The kids from Northern Ireland, many of whom have never left their own neighborhoods, are getting a chance to learn and grow both inside and outside of the ring.
Where we come from, Northern Ireland, a lot of conflict over the troubles of Catholic and Protestant. So we've actually got kids from both communities here, Catholic and Protestant. So it's actually they're building a friendship outside boxing now too. So it's actually a lot more than just boxing.
Everyone is here for the main event, and the handpicked group from D.C. is brimming with confidence.
All my guys are quite a few notches above them all.
And if the ferocity in which the matches were decided mirrors what happens in the ring, Fight Night will be well worth the 3,000-mile plus trip.